Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome to the next episode of Supernatural Season 5. The last episode that we watched, which I actually only watched about an hour ago because I stopped to have lunch, was called Hammer of the Gods, which centred around Sam and Dean being led to a motel in the middle of nowhere, which they thought was for a nice just night off from the apocalypse, but turns out lots of gods were meeting up and leading them there because essentially they were going to try and use them because they weren't happy about the apocalypse, because it didn't fall with their religions and they didn't want the world to end. And so yeah, they were leading Sam and Dean there to maybe kill them or do something about it. So we got to meet various different gods from different religions, which was really fun. Then the trickster came back, but then the trickster ended up facing off against Lucifer to try and kill him. Didn't go too well. The trickster died. It was actually quite sad, but then at least before he died, he found a way to let Sam and Dean know that there is another plan they can do. We have another way to stop the devil. There's a cage the devil was in. The cage is still there. We need to get the last 2 rings from the horsemen. We can trap the devil again, which I believe was probably what the last couple of episodes are going to be about. But we'll have to wait and see when we watch them. But I presume because we've only got 3 episodes left, that we're pretty much going to be ramping up towards the finale now. So let's have a look. So this episode is called The Devil You Know. So I guess the phrase is always, it's better the devil you know than the devil you don't, which means it's the same as like it's the lesser of 2 evils. Like you'd rather choose the bad option that you know about than the bad option that you don't know about, if that makes any sort of sense, but you know what I mean. At the end of the last episode, we did see Pestilence making an appearance, so maybe the episode's going to be about Pestilence. That's what I thought last time, was that this episode will focus on them getting the next ring, Pestilence's ring, but it could be something else. With it being called The Devil You Know, maybe it's going to centre around the devil. Maybe he's going to be back looking for a new vessel because his one's currently falling apart a little bit. Maybe he's going to go for Sam. Maybe Adam's around. I don't know. I really don't know what's going to be about. So let's jump into the episode to find out. If you enjoyed the video, guys, please let me know down below in the comments what you thought of the episode. And subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And there's a Patreon link in the description box below if you want to watch a full-length reaction to this episode, as well as the rest of Season 5 and potentially the start of Season 6, depending on how far ahead I am. Let's jump into Supernatural Season 5, Episode 19. No. 20. This is 20, right? Yeah. Supernatural Season 5, Episode 20. The Devil You Know.
I'm just glad we got something to offer people.
Well, I'm sorry. It's a load of crap. Pure profit-driven crap.
Well, swine flu, it's an epidemic.
Oh, well, they
Yeah, well, if Nibius was really worried
experiments
about
on
the epidemic, they'd be
animals.
giving the vaccine out for free. But the supposed new formula?
Well, they say it's faster acting.
Well, maybe it is, but human trials this week?
Yeah, it does seem a little rushed.
A little rushed. Who the hell are you?
Demon.
Running an experiment.
Oh!
Oh no.
Hey, you open this door!
Oh no. Oh, he's gonna kill you. Run. Ouch.
Well, looks like it works.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, I'm glad the CDC is here, but what we really need is vaccine.
Yeah, you got that right.
Well,
Yeah.
tell me, have you noticed anything unusual about the strain? Any signs of behavioral change, like aggression, maybe?
Excuse me?
Have the flu victims shown any signs of homicidal tendencies?
Just casual questions.
Symptomatically speaking, we're looking at a relatively mild case of swine flu here. A day and a half ago, we didn't have a single case. Now we're looking at over 70.
It's weird to think we were in lockdown
That's
for like
equivalent to
months and
briefcase
months and
balls,
months.
So yeah, I might call that a little unusual.
Day and a half.
Same time the statue started crying.
I'm sorry.
The statue started crying.
What?
Oh.
Did you just say a bunch of statues started crying?
What? Well, no, who
Who
would?
would say that? Huh? Crazy people.
Exactly.
So that makes you look more suspicious. You should have just gone, yeah,
Just
code
vaccine.
for something.
Doesn't make any sense, Bobby. Pestilence touched down here, I'm sure of it.
Why is he dealing up soft serve like swine flu when he's got the Croatoan virus up his sleeve? I don't get it.
Good question.
Doesn't matter what the sick son of a bitch is doing. What matters is this is the 4th town he's in that we know of, and we're still eating his dust. Did you get anything?
Say,
No.
I've got an idea.
Hi, Crowley.
Fancy a fag and a chat?
Fancy a fag and a chat.
You're upset. We should discuss it. Not here, but
You want to talk? After what you did to us?
after what I did to you? I gave you the cold.
Yeah, and you knew it wouldn't work against the devil.
I never.
You set us up.
I
You
never.
lost people on that
I was like
suicide.
a child then. Look at it.
Good people.
Who you take on the ride is your own business.
What do you know about pestilence?
I know how to get him. got your interest, doesn't it?
Okay. Yes.
Are you actually listening to this?
Sam.
Are you friggin' nuts?
Shut up for a second, Sam.
Shut up, the both of you! Look, I swear, I thought the cult would work. It's an honest mistake. One thing's changed now. The devil knows that I want him dead, which, by the way, makes me the most buggered son in all of creation.
Holy crap, we don't care.
They burnt down my house!
They don't care.
They ate my tailor! My valet hid a tracking device in your car.
Oh, right, okay.
A magical coin that easily trumps your little bags of bones.
I was gonna say.
Allows me to hear
They can track the car then. No, that's
and my,
fine.
the things I've heard. So you want to cram the devil back in the box?
Yes. That would be nice, thank you.
Cunning scheme. I want in. I don't know where Pestilence is, per se. But I do know the demon who does.
I don't want to hear weeks.
Pharmaceuticals.
I want to hear days.
What's him?
But the lab doesn't even
He was in.
You let me worry about the lab. Sir, you're asking
I want to say like Smallville, like right at the
Well,
beginning.
we have an unprecedented outbreak.
I'm sorry if I... No apologies. Mitch, I need people like you.
I don't like this guy. He's
Really?
smarmy and awful.
Really? In fact, there is
In
a
fact.
position in communications that I think you would be perfect for. You ready to enter the cutthroat world of upper management?
It's gonna slit his throat. It's gonna slit his throat. Poor guy. Is he talking to Pestilence?
Sir, great news, the vaccine trials. The results have been really quite grotesque. I think you'll be pleased.
Sam's not coming.
And why the hell not?
Because I don't like you. I don't trust you. And, oh yes, you keep trying to kill me.
There's no
Fair.
way. This isn't gonna happen.
There's no damn way. I wouldn't take him. Look at him. He looks like a coiled snake.
I'll go.
Yeah, I would. Sam, it's the end of the world. What choice do you have?
What can I say? I believe the guy.
Although, I'm guessing from Sam's point of view, this could be very similar to Sam and Ruby. Here's a demon telling you what you want to hear, and you keep picking them over your brother.
After a year of chasing up zilch, maybe it's time to go crazy.
Right?
Remember that time you were possessed?
Yeah, rings a bell.
When Meg told you to kill Dean, you didn't. You took your body back.
Just long enough to shank myself, yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you do it? I mean, how'd you take back the wheel?
Oh, God,
What are
Sam.
you asking, Sam?
What you thinking?
Say,
I said yes.
we can open the cage. Great. But then what? We just lead the devil to the edge and get him to jump in?
You got me.
What if you guys lead the devil to the edge?
Yeah, I
I
jump
jump
in.
Sam.
It'll be just like when you turn the knife around on yourself. One action, just one leap.
Are you idiots trying to kill me? We just got done talking your brother off the ledge, and now you're lining up to say yes?
It's not like that. I'm not gonna do it. Not unless we all agree.
He's got a point, though.
at our options.
This isn't an option, Sam.
Why not?
You can't do it. What I did was 1,000,000 to 1, and that was some pissant demon I was brain wrestling. You're talking about taking back control from Satan himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
He's gonna find every chink
But it's
in
risky
your
one.
armor, Sam, and use it against you.
Exactly.
Fear, your grief, your anger, and let's face it, you're not exactly Mr. Anger Manager. How are you gonna control the devil?
What?
You killed him?
He's a demon at the end of the day. It is interesting to me that this episode is pretty much, at least so far, solely focused on the demon who works for Pestilence rather than Pestilence himself.
What, no appointment? How's your brother?
Sexy.
Well, we kept their secret power rings, which is why I'm here.
I want yours.
I heard
What,
some
the
folks
demon?
saying that you wanted them back, and you were willing to pay.
Does he work for all the head
Where are they?
horsemen?
Not
then?
here. But you want them, you come with me, nice and civil. Get out of your little bat cave here.
Who says I want them?
What?
Who says I want them? War and famine. Even if I could cram the rings back on their bony fingers, I doubt it would do much good.
Why?
They're withered husks right now.
Oh.
Fetal position on the floor. All thanks to you.
But again, I want to see that. I want to see the effect this has had on them.
What I want is retribution. And I'm gonna rip it right out of your ass.
Oh. Finger first. Just gotta stop talking. Go on, give the guys time to change the set around. If it does what I think it's gonna do. Yeah. I like it when shows do that, when they have someone go into an elevator and go out in the same shot and it's a different place, because they've obviously moved all the set around. I think it's really cool.
Good meeting, Dean. You know, I'm excited.
Oh! Crowley.
He didn't want the rings, he wanted me.
Imagine the surprise on your face.
Oh, he knew.
What?
Your ignorance and misinformation. I mean, completely authentic. You can't fake that. What? It went like clockwork.
Not from me, you son of a bitch.
That's what you get. Working with a demon.
I like Crowley. He's so funny.
Look, we can't take this guy back to your brother.
Why the hell not?
They got history, all right?
They got history. The body or the demon?
I begged Dean not to come back. We should be miles away from you. He replied with a colourful rejoinder about my corn shoot. So, go ahead.
I need you to stay on mission. Okay? Focused.
I don't understand what's all this about.
I'm doing this because I trust you.
Trust me to what?
Sam? Sam, is that you?
Brady?
Brady. Do we know Brady?
Brady hasn't been Brady in years. Not since, middle of our sophomore year?
What?
That's right. You had a devil on your shoulder, even back then.
Oh, so someone from
All right, now let it all
college,
sink in.
school.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You introduced me to Jess!
Ding ding, I think he's got it.
Damn it, Sam, I'm gonna kill you.
Sam, calm down. If Sam fucks this up, I swear it's gonna end season 4 all over again. I'm gonna be losing my shit with Sam.
That's enough!
Get out of my way, Dean.
There's
No.
only one way to win, and it ain't by killing that thing in there.
Well, sounds
Well,
like
look,
you're gonna
Crowley
make
was
some
right.
shift.
Don't bring him here to Sam.
Thanks so much.
He created us. Why would he destroy us? That makes
Oh,
no
right.
sense.
Would he destroy us?
Look at who, at what he is. Then take a look at what we are.
Maybe you should be a little less worried about our necks and be a little more worried about yours.
Has crossed my mind.
What?
No one will know greater torment than
Crowley.
Lucifer is never gonna let you die. As for me, I know the score. I'm dead whether I tell you anything or not.
So just tell them. Go
I think
on.
What are you gonna do?
Exactly the kind of desperate swashbuckle I've been trying to avoid.
What?
Now I go kick open a hive of demons.
Okay. Sam! Sam!
Remember when I came back from break all messed up? Dropped out of pre-med, the drugs, the bitches? That was a new Brady. That was me.
That makes sense.
Remember how much time you spent trying to get me back on the right track? So I hooked you up with a pure, sweet, innocent piece of tail. And then I toasted her on the ceiling.
Oh, he killed Jess.
That's right, Azazel might have put the hit out on Jessica, but man, I got to have all the fun.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You
I'm
know,
over the edge.
She thought we were friends too. He was so surprised, so hurt when I started in on her. Come on, do it, it'll make you feel
Don't
better.
let it, Sam.
Do it, Sammy, do it!
Don't, because it'll help the demons if you kill him. Like when he killed Ruby, and that was the wrong thing to do.
What happened? Nothing. My ass.
Dean, I'm fine.
Yeah, and what about Brady?
Like you said, we
Fine.
need him.
What did you do?
Yay.
Went over to a demon's nest.
Okay, you later, guys. Oh, sorry.
Must be losing my touch, though. Also, might have given said Toad the impression that you left your post last night. Because you and I are... Wait for it. Lovers in league against Satan.
Lalas?
Hello, darling.
Lovers in leagues against
So now, death is off.
I like the fact this guy's very, like,
Now you get to be on the boss's eternal tour.
gives you bi energy.
Why don't you tell me where Pestilence is at?
Yes, please, I'd like to know so I can get his ring, thank you. Is that a hellhound? Don't like the hellhounds.
Remember I was telling you about my crafty little tracking device?
Yeah.
Demons planted one on me.
Ah!
You're saying a hellhound followed you here?
Oh. Run, Dean, run. Shoot. Again.
You back?
I'm invested. Currently. Stay!
You can control them?
Oh.
Not that one. I brought my own.
Oh, God.
Mine's bigger. Sycamore!
How big is that hellhound? Jesus Christ.
What is this?
All those angels, all those demons, all those sons of bitches. They just don't get it, do they, Sammy?
No, they don't, Dean.
What?
You see, Brady, we're the ones you should be afraid of.
I mean, fair.
I bet this is a real moment for you, big boy. It'll make you feel all better.
It's a start.
Gonna make up for all the times that we yanked your chain. Ever wonder why we were so in your blind spot? Maybe.
Yeah.
It's because we got the same stuff in our veins. And deep down, you know, you're just like us.
Do you mean physically in the veins, like blood? Because he's not got demon blood in his veins, minus what he ingested.
It's your hell is right here.
Bye. It was obvious it was coming, I think, but as soon as you start taunting them, any chance you have of maybe potentially being let go is gotta be gone.
Chin up. Cavalry's arrived. Charming. That won't work on me. Name's Crowley.
What does he want with Bobby?
The boys are onto ring number 3, but we still need number 4.
Death, yeah.
I'm here to help.
Okay.
You know where death is.
No, not in the foggiest. But there is this little spell that I know.
Spell?
That's so.
Results 100% guaranteed. I need a little something to get the magic going.
Maybe.
And what's that?
Maybe not.
You make a wish. I can give you anything you want, mate. Up to and including death's coordinates. All I need is...
My soul.
I've done more with less. Let's just say when they're getting their Grammys, they should...
I feel like Bobby might do it because of how down he's been this season.
It's worth it, Bobby.
Here's my counter.
Ow! Bloody hell.
You think I'm a natural born idiot?
Quite
Thing is, you'd want the desk coordinates is the most sensible thing to go for, but would
I'm your ally.
maybe his legs
Enemy of my enemy.
working
and all
again.
that. I need the devil back in his stock. I promise you. Temporary loan. I'll give it right.
I don't trust that. Although he doesn't seem the type. Oh, he has lied. Bobby, what are you gonna do? Oh, I'm scared. Okay, guys, that was my reaction to Supernatural Season 5, Episode 20, The Devil You Know. And I've got to admit, it wasn't what I expected it to be. So I thought, because we're so close to the finale, with 3 episodes, well, there's this episode, the next one, then the finale, so 3 episodes left in total. that this episode would be all about pestilence. And don't get me wrong, it was a little bit, but I'll explain what I mean. So I thought this episode, pestilence was going to be around, and we are going to like deal with the consequences of him being around, and then by the end of the episode, get his ring. Now, we saw a lot of the consequences of pestilence's existence near the start, where there was people in hospital, and there was lots of cases of swine flu, and people getting ill, and I wasn't fully sure what the dude, now think about it, the demon at the start who injected that guy, what was that about? Or was that to get someone on your team that was in the research laboratory? But why don't you just possess them? Why do you need to inject them? What was that about? Let me know in the comments below. I mean, I'll probably watch the next episode by the time you watch this. But let me know below what the starting scene was about, because I don't fully understand how that linked to the rest of the episode. But please let me know if I missed something. Or if it's something that I'm not meant to know yet, then just tell me that as well, just in case I've not watched it yet. But yeah, that was a weird scene. Anyway, so we saw obviously all the fallout of Pestilence's existence. But I thought the episode was going to be about getting his ring, whereas it was mostly about the stable boy, as Crowley called him, the guy who works for him, and trying to get him to give up the location of Pestilence. Which then I thought, okay, maybe the first half of the episode is going to be about trying to find Pestilence, the last half will be getting the ring. But it wasn't that either. Most of it was about the dude, the guy who works for the pharmaceutical company, which was interesting, don't get me wrong, but because we're so close to the finale, I was also a bit like, I don't know how interested I am in this point. I want you to kind of move on and do something, you know, a little bit more exciting, because I'm ready for this big showdown. Yeah, I'm disappointed the Pestilence wasn't in it. I'm glad that it at least appears that that's the main bit of the next episode, because we got his location towards the end. So hopefully next episode we're going to be finding him and getting his ring, and then we're going to go on to death, which Crowley's obviously trying to help with Bobby, but I'll get to that in a bit. Sam, this episode was frustrating. Now, I know Sam, most people that watch this show prefer Dean over Sam. I've always preferred Sam. Obviously last season it tested my patience a lot. But because I cared about the character, that's why I was so passionate about it. And then I like this season that he's been trying to do better, trying to make amends for what he did, trying not to do demon blood, and trying to be a better person. But then every now and again, that anger comes out. And I know some of you commented that like it seems to be around the Groundhog Day episode, Mystery Spot, where things changed for Sam's personality, how he lived those 6 months on his own without Dean. That maybe that's what's caused all this anger that's not gone away, and then all the demon blood stuff, and then the Ruby stuff, and starting the apocalypse. And so he's a very angry person. And don't get me wrong, he looks sexy as fuck while he's angry, but it's frustrating to watch when he's getting angry and actively potentially going to fuck things up. Like, I understand his frustration in this episode. So he obviously used to go off with Ruby and do the demon blood. And it was frustrating for Dean because Dean could see there was something going on and Sam wasn't listening. So I can get why Sam's probably frustrated this time when Dean's going off with Crowley, another demon who has... They think he lied to them about the cult. I'm not sure if I know if he did or not. He did that fake like, oh no, like kind of surprised thing. But I do kind of believe him as well when he said that I didn't know it was a mistake. But he could be lying. So I get Sam's frustration when Dean's going off with Crowley, a demon, like he was going off with Ruby, because it kind of parallels that. But then on the same notion, he should be a bit more understanding about that, because he did the same thing over and over and over. And I know his argument would be, well, I've done it, and I didn't listen to you, so you should listen to me. But yeah, he should appreciate that Dean's just doing what he did, which was run off with a demon, and so he should maybe be a bit more understanding about that. But obviously, he's not. And then when they brought that demon to the house, even though I'm surprised that Dean did it, knowing how angry Sam is and how much Sam doesn't listen and how he gets out of control with his anger. And Crowley was saying, don't bring the demon back to Sam because of who he is, because he's got a history. I'm surprised Dean still did it, but anyway, he did. And then Dean showed him who the demon guy was. Obviously someone that was friends with him from college. Well, he was friends for a while, but then the demon took over for years. And we found out that he's the one that killed Jess. And obviously Sam was like, let me at him, I'm gonna kill him. And knowing that we're in the middle of the apocalypse and we're running out of option after option after option, and we've got a direct line to Pestilence, he then goes to kill that because of his own personal drama. It's frustrating, so I totally get why people aren't Sam fans. Like, I'm not naive to it. I am a Sam fan. A lot of it is because of how he looks. A lot of it's because I liked the person he was more so than the person he is now. I like both of them. I'm getting to the point right now where I like both of them equally for different reasons. Like, Dean frustrates me at times, Sam frustrates me at times. I just find them both very fucking sexy. I don't know why most of this review has been at an angle, but never mind. So yeah, that was frustrating to watch, but it was cool that the demon was like someone that he knew from college. Shame that he's had demons around his life the whole time, and that his friends from back then, at least one of them at least, wasn't who he thought he was. At least he was his friend initially, but wasn't for a while. But finding out that he's the one that killed Jess, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't seem to love it either, because we kind of just always assumed it was Yellow Eyes, I think. And whilst Yellow Eyes did put the hit out, like he said, he's the one that actually carried it out. I think I kind of prefer the idea more that it was Yellow Eyes that did it, because he was so invested in his special children, than it was this random demon that we've never met before till today. Just because he was in the body of someone that Sam knew, he's the one that did it. I don't know how I feel about that particularly, but it is what it is. And it looked like they eventually got the location of Pestilence. And now Crowley's there to help Bobby find death. This is going to be an interesting one, because Crowley's obviously said, all I need is your soul. Make a wish, because he's obviously the Crossroads demon as well. Make a wish for something, anything that you want. Give me your soul, and I can basically use that to find death or whatever it was. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, because we know that Bobby's been struggling for a long time being in a wheelchair, and that he wants to just be able to walk again. And I've said multiple times that I wish there was a way that he could get to that where he can walk again. So I feel like that's what's going to happen. I feel like it's going to end with Bobby getting his legs back to give Crowley his soul. Now, Crowley said it's only a temporary thing. I'm not going to keep your soul. But we know we can't always trust Crowley. Like when he went and sent Dean in to meet that demon because the demon wanted the rings, the demon said, "Who told you that?" And it wasn't that. It was so that the demon would beat him up and the demon would lead him out and then Crowley could capture him. So we know that whilst he has maybe the same end game, he's happy to lie and deceive to go about it, which makes him a really fucking interesting character. He's funny, he's loud, he likes to shout. I like his kind of bisexualness. It's obviously never been confirmed, and I'm reading into it, but just the fact that that episode we met him, he kissed that guy. In this episode, he mentioned about being that guy's lover. He could, well, he might well be straight, don't get me wrong. I don't think it really matters what he is or who he is, but I just like the fact that he plays that line of at least coming across kind of like a bisexual demon. Always happy, just at least he's very comfortable enough in sexuality to be like, yeah, I pretended we were lovers. Yeah, I kissed that guy. You know, and I love that about him. But yeah, I think Bobby's going to get his legs back to give him the soul. I just hope that Crowley's not lying too much about the soul and that he will give him the soul back. Because obviously that can lead to dangerous things if Crowley keeps the soul for like a bargaining chip or something in the future. Because even though Crowley doesn't want the apocalypse, we still don't fully know what he wants. And if he helps stop the apocalypse, what next for Crowley? Do we trust him? Do we not trust him? I don't really know. But yeah, the sunlight is dropping very quickly now, so I'm going to have to go because I'm about to lose any sort of daylight that I can use to film. But overall, like, I really enjoyed the episode. Wasn't what I expected, so I was a little disappointed that we didn't get much in the way of Pestilence. But looking like what we've got now is the next couple episodes are going to be focusing on the Horsemen and the final plan with Lucifer. Although we did also see that scene that I want to briefly talk about when Sam said to Bobby, when you were possessed, you took control of yourself to stab yourself. How did you do that? So it looks like Sam is definitely, at least at this point, contemplating saying yes to Lucifer, which I've been saying for a while. I think Sam's going to say yes. And by asking the question of, so when you were possessed, how did you manage to take control back? And he was thinking about doing that to Lucifer so that he can jump into the pit. So yeah, we're definitely very more towards Sam saying yes and seeing if he can get control to maybe jump into the pit rather than be pushed into the pit, which, whilst it's a plan that I like, it then means that Sam's going to be in the pit forever with Lucifer. But we know that he's in the rest of the show, so I'm just intrigued to see how that all plays out. But yeah, they're sowing a lot of seeds that I'm very excited about. The Horseman, Sam and Lucifer, finding the next two rings for the cage, Crowley and the deal with Bobby. Very excited for the next episode. Very excited. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought of Supernatural Season 5, Episode 20, The Devil You Know, and all the stuff with Bobby, the demon, Sam's anger, Crowley, and just if you're excited for my reactions to the next two episodes of Supernatural. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. As always, my name is Scott. Hope you guys are well, taking care of yourselves and staying safe. If you enjoyed the video, leave some comments down below to let me know your thoughts, and if you're excited for the rest of the episodes of the season. And there's a Patreon link as well in the description box if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode for one of you guys watching on YouTube. Alright, thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you all very soon for the next episode of Supernatural. Bye, guys. Stay safe.